5 o'clock somewhere. It could have been right here with 5 fiends and forecasters everywhere. Welcome back to the final forecast, 5 fiends and forecasters. I'm the host, Joseph, and I got the most valuable locks you will ever hear on YouTube, Instagram, X, Telegram, wherever the hell you're getting your information. These locks are going to provide you a profitable play. 3 locks this week, and I had to narrow it down. Things haven't been so good. And you know what? I didn't feel like taking 3 big favorites. Yeah? I didn't want to give you the most obvious picks on the card. I wanted to give you something valuable. We have to get paid. The last couple locks of the week have not been profitable. You know, a couple split decisions, unanimous decision with Ankalev. We're going to bounce back in a big way, and I'm going to let everybody know that's listening, staying forecasted, how we're going to do just that. 3 locks of the week, all right? This is plus 620, 7-1 odds. First up, prelim fighter here. And in no way in a rematch fight will this guy lose. He's already won unanimously versus this guy. Give me Nathan Fletcher for the win. The Irishman is getting clubbed and subbed in this spot. He's too flat-footed. He's too inaccurate. And he makes too many dumb decisions versus these UFC caliber fighters. He beat Angel Pacheco. Well, he's going to be praying for a win in this one. Fletcher's got this one already in the bag. And he is sitting at $1.80. That's like a coin flip fight. Hard to believe we're getting that much value on a fighter that's already won versus his opponent. Although it was on the amateur scene, I think he does the same thing. He wins another unanimous decision, or he clubs and subs the Irishman. Next up, I'm feeling a little bit hungry here. This guy was an underdog. The bookies respect the money coming in. I respect this fighter. I've bet on him in the past. He's made me money in the past. He's been an underdog numerous times. Now he's a coin flip, officially 50-50 fight. I'm going to want the guy walking down his opponent, and you already know Chris Taco Padilla will walk down the Black Country banger, Jai Herbert. His strikes are too heavy. He has a full arsenal of weapons as well to end this fight. On the ground, he's pretty safe. He has a bunch of ways to win this fight. Give me Chris Taco Padilla. Herbert is the less durable fighter. He's the slower fighter at this point in both of their careers, in my opinion. And the aura of Taco Padilla is just on another level. This guy is a guy I can trust, and he's profited for me in the past. Now, can he go 3 in a row in the UFC? This is a big test for Chris Padilla. Now we got a guy that is an underdog still. I don't love the faith I have in him, but you know what? If he doesn't win this one, he's cooked. Kevin Holland, you got to win this one, buddy. Gunnar Nelson hasn't fought in 2 years. And this fight is at welterweight. Down a division for Kevin Holland. He loses to guys at middleweight that can control him on the ground, get easy takedowns. But you look at Gunnar Nelson, with a layoff especially, he can't really get takedowns, and he's not that great at getting them. I think Kevin Holland can actually stop those takedowns of Gunnar Nelson and make him pay. Gunnar Nelson was a guy knocked out to Santiago Ponzinibbio, round 1, and that's someone Kevin Holland handled and hurt. I got to go Kevin Holland in this spot. It's now or never, like I picked him before versus Jack Della Maddalena. I picked him against Michael Venom Page. So I have to make it official. Lock of the week, Kevin Holland. He was a lock before versus higher caliber fighters. He was a dog of the week before versus higher caliber fighters. I think Gunnar Nelson at this age, 2 years out of the spotlight, it's going to be too much versus a guy in Kevin Holland who needs a win. Now or never. If not, he's going to get scratched from the lineup, probably snipped. You can't think the career of Kevin Holland will continue if he loses this fight by a submission like everybody thinks. If you disagree, take the submission bet on Gunnar Nelson. Maybe he can win a decision with takedowns and control time, but Gunnar is a guy that likes to grapple and get that submission win especially with being 36 years old. I'd take round 1 or 2 submission for Gunnar Nelson as a hedge, but I'm not hedge betting any of these 3 locks. I'm going for it. Plus 620 locks of the week. Do what you want. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. I haven't been doing great, just being honest. Calling a spade, but I'm looking to get back into the win column in a big way. And y'all know I can do it. I will do it. Now let's get this win. Dog of the week. It was going to be Kevin Holland. It was. But I had to make him a lock. So I had to narrow down the dog of the week. Pooja Tamar, very close to being a dog of the week. I can't do that. Molly McCann, not even a question. Wasn't even a thought in my head. She was not even close to being the dog of the week. Let's be honest. A couple other underdogs. You look at an English fighter. He's an underdog. Nathaniel Wood. Seems like a great spot. Respect to Morgan Charrier. I'm just a little bit worried about Nathaniel Wood at this weight class. Not 100% confident in him. But with the dog of the week I'm picking, honestly, not 100% confidence, but the value is there once again. If he wins, this is the most valuable underdog on the entire card. I'm going to do it. Chris Duncan, 4-1 underdog. I might have to double down after the weigh-ins and face-offs. It's, Friday morning? I have not seen the face-offs, weigh-ins. A recent interview, Chris Duncan said he was going to go out there and make Fiends, brackets his friends, a lot of money as a dog. I actually can't believe he's this big of an underdog. You look at Vucinic prior to the UFC, he was beating guys with records of 12-8, 10-4, 13-8, all by a submission. He submitted those guys, but he beat a guy 14-7, 15-7-1 in Morgan Charrier, and 6-0 Paul Hughes by a split decision. Credible wins, Paul Hughes and Morgan Charrier, don't get me wrong, but they were split decisions, very close fights, early in the career for Paul Hughes. Morgan Charrier, it was a split decision. I'm not even picking him to win versus Nathaniel Wood, let's be honest here. I'm still picking Nathaniel Wood over Morgan Charrier. But Vucinic, a little bit overvalued, overpriced in this spot. And it doesn't change the fact that everyone's betting him in their parlays. I'm taking a chance with another big underdog. Give me Chris Duncan, plus 300. Every capper's picking Vucinic to get his first win in the UFC. I just don't see it happening. He lost to Guram Kutaladze. He had his moments. He had a knockdown. But I think Chris Duncan, although he's not been durable, we've seen him hurt and wobbled on the Dana White's Contender Series. I know he's training at ATT, American Top Team. He has a bunch of great training partners around him. Just look at the guys around him. Bo Nickel, Gamrot. Just too many good guys around Chris Duncan right now to really go against him at this price. Give me the dog. If you don't like it, that's fine. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. All right? Crazy odds for Chris Duncan, especially if he wins. Now, I don't think it's going to be round 1. It might not be that easy. Maybe a decision bet, 8-1. And if you want to hedge bet it, I think Vucinic in round 2 is how he might get it done by a submission. That's sitting at 9-1. Pretty good hedge bet for the underdog of the week here. Vucinic, he could win the fight on the ground. After a feeling out process on the feet, the heavy favorite could find his way to the back of Chris Duncan and get it done here, choking him out. Round 2, though, 6 out of 13 wins by a submission for Vucinic. 5 out of 6 submissions were in round 2. I would attack the 9-1 submission in round 2 for Vucinic. I'm putting a half unit on it. You can do a little bit more. A lot of yous probably going heavy on that one because you guys are picking Vucinic to win. All right. Now we got the props of the week. Not official yet. So if you do want the props of the week, the main card prop, prelim prop, hit the link in the description below. Discord is absolutely free. I'll post the props of the week in there and in my Telegram, which is also free. Hit the links in the link tree in the description below. Patreon is $5 a month. I will have a bet on the props of the week as well. They are not official. I could run through it right now live, but we're running out of time. NCAA March Madness is about to start. Look at the wins that we've been collecting. We officially just doubled up our bankroll, and we're keeping it where it is. Comfortable bankroll. That's what I would advise everyone to do. Set a bankroll that is comfortable for you. Try to double it up. And if you double it up, it doesn't mean you have to increase your bankroll. Just do what is comfortable for you at the right time. We're going to win together. Let's beat up on these bookies. We had some NHL bets as well. We're doing an NHL bet, basketball, NCAA, or NBA each and every day. Been highly profitable. Last week with the fights, calling a spade, not profitable. We doubled the bankroll up, betting on the NHL, NCAA, and we're going to look to bet on the NCAA again today. I'm going to go do some research, post some bets, so make sure you join my Patreon for only $5 a month, increasing to $8 a month, because we just doubled up another bankroll. Now, I'm not just giving out these obvious picks. Now, everybody wants a winner, a guaranteed winner, but at the end of the day, we're gambling. We're risking our money. And if you want to risk your money and seriously get paid long term, you manage your bankroll wisely and you pick your spots wisely. I've been picking my spots. I like the plus money. If you hit one and you miss a couple, it's going to cover a couple losses when you're hitting these big, juicy plus money bets. When you're betting on fighters that are favorites, you know what I'm saying? Let's take an example here. Carlos Ulberg, pretty big favorite. If you go lay heavy money on him and he don't win, pretty dumb bet. You're putting heavy money down on a guy, not even to double your money. Not a good decision. All right. So you got to think about where the value is on these spots. Sometimes it is a guarantee. You can go so heavy on a favorite, it's free money. But that's not always the case. When you're betting, you're still betting. At the end of the day, we're betting, right? You might as well find value and cover some of your losses. Just showing the wins. We've profited quite a bit of money, doubled up a bankroll within a month. And this is not the first time. At the end of 2024, we doubled the bankroll up, I think twice. And we just did it for a third time within months. I've only been gambling seriously for the past 2 years. The last year I really started taking it real seriously and professionally. And we're seeing the results. They're going to continue. We will win. Thanks everybody for putting faith in me. I've had some bad weeks predicting fights, but everybody has my back. Makes me move forward and collect bags. There's lots of opportunity on this event to collect bags off a bad week. Let's just refresh, have a shot, get that liquid courage into you, and have some fun. No reason to lose confidence after one bad week. Like 1-2 bad bets, you lose a little bit of money. Calm down. Settle down, bro. Manage your money. Have a bankroll that's comfortable for you. And it's going to be all right. It's going to be fine. We always bounce back. We always collect those wins when they're needed. So take a drink and settle down. Everybody needs to settle down. Trying to compare bets in the Discord is silly. Grow up. If we're comparing bets, go somewhere else. You're going to get banned, kicked out of the Discord, having that kind of attitude. You know who you are. There's only one selected person. I've been giving him big shout outs, but not much respect coming back my way from him. Is what it is. No more shout outs. Woo. Actually, let's do a big shout out. My boy BT with the parlays, the trebles. I bet a few of these. These bets were cooked up, crafted wisely. Let's win with BT. I did place a couple of these hedge bet situations here. Good plays. And if you go back to the full card prediction show, you can still comment your lock parlay. Put hashtag F3 plus 100 odds or above to win that $100. Please don't comment on this video. You're not going to win the $100 by commenting on this video. Be like BT. Watch the full card prediction show. I predicted each and every fight early in the week. So let's get it. Let's have another drink because everybody needs to settle down. All right. We had a bad week last week. It was bad. All right. There's bags to make now. It's time to go. By bags, I mean a bag full of stacks of money. That's what we need. That's what we need to put food on the table, gas in the truck, pay the bills. But that doesn't mean just go for it. Go crazy with it. Manage the bankroll wisely. Nothing's a guarantee. With the locks, with the dog of the week, the NCAA bets, even though I'm on a heater, it doesn't mean increase your bankroll. Double down what I'm putting down. Manage the money wisely, and we're going to win long term. We've been winning long term. If we lose a couple, settle down, manage the bankroll wisely, set a bankroll, and make sure you know what a bankroll is first. If you're betting and you don't know what a bankroll is, just don't be betting. If you're that uneducated, you probably shouldn't be betting, honestly. So, let's hit some bets.